YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We back up in this thing with another one. Hey, we woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. All praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it. Hey, man, I got an Instagram DM from a supporter. Shout out to you, Guap. Sent a good question to us, man, and I'm gonna hit it up today. It says, do you think you could make a video about how to deal with endless problems and stress? That's how I'm feeling right now, and I don't know how to deal with it. That's a good question, Guap. And so it's very relatable because most men are facing problems and facing stress. And you want to know something? There's a reason why you're facing endless problems and facing endless stress, because that is what you are designed for. Nobody else is designed for problems and stress and handling it other than men. Not women, not children. The only people that are supposed to take care of problems and handle stress are men. So if you're going through problems and you're going through stress, that's good, because it's by default something you should have as a man. Because you handling stressful situations, you being faced with problems as the leader, that is what you are supposed to do. You are not allowed to let the stress get to you or let the problems get you in a feeling to where you can't operate no more. The problems and the stress will be present in your life, and you got to continue to move through it. So as a man, as a young man, you need to understand that having problems and going through stress is normalcy. It's a part of your life. Don't think that you'll ever live a day on this earth without having a problem, or you won't incur any sort of stress. It is by default what you are designed to take care of. And when you are handling problems and you are handling stress, they only get bigger, they only get stronger, and they'll only last longer. As a kid, as a young boy, 17 years old, you thought you was stressing, but until you turned 21 and you was an adult for real, you realize that the problems and the stress got greater, and understand that it's only going to continue to get great. So I love telling you guys up front to accept things for what they are. There is no way of dealing with it. There is no way of making it go away. The part of dealing with it, or how to deal with it, or to make it go away, is just go through it and expect the next one to come up. If you are in a situation, or you're in a time right now where it's not problems or it's not very much stress, bro, that's your down period. That's your time to recuperate, to get your rest in or whatever, because I'm telling you, bro, it's coming. Because as a man, you are designed for that. That's what you are put on this earth for, to solve problems, to handle stress. Because when women, I'm not trying to send shots at women, but they're not designed to be like that. Why do you think you are designed to be logical and less emotional, and the woman is supposed to be emotional and less logical? Her job is not to solve problems and to handle stress. That's your job. Her role and responsibility is something else. It's something beautiful, and it's something still valuable. Don't get it twisted. Don't think that because you take care of this way, or this is what you bring to the table, don't think of it as in you bringing more to the table. Because trust me, there's women that are put on this earth that are nurturing, and they go through certain things because they have an obligation and based on how they're wired. So understand, when it comes to problems and when it comes to stress, that's your lane, big dog. If your woman is dealing with a bunch of problems and dealing with a bunch of stress, you need to help her in figuring that out. You don't get to be in your feelings. You don't have time to sit there and be in your doubts and to cry. She can. She's designed to be that way. She's designed to balance you out whenever you become too logical. Guys, I'm gonna give you guys an example of that, of why this is the way you are, why you should be this way. Because society wants you this way. One of my favorite movies is Dark Knight. Dark Knight, Batman. And it's not because of the gadgets or this or that or the superpowers. People say, why you like Batman? He ain't got no superpowers, bro. I don't like Batman because of the superpowers. Because I like Batman by what he goes through. Where he came from, and what he chooses to go through. He chooses to go through problems. He chooses to go through stress. He burdens the problems and the stress that nobody else is willing to burden. Bruce Wayne came from a silver spoon. Y'all seen that big house he was living in since he was a little kid? Y'all seen his parents? They took real good care of him. And I'm wondering, if you were put in his shoes, would you do the same thing he would do? Because Bruce Wayne lost his parents. And instead of him being in his feelings, yeah, he cried and he felt that. But he understood that he still had a mission. He realized that there were still problems that needed to be handled. He could have chose to stay in the house, stay in the mansion, and just live a lavish lifestyle, being a billionaire at a young age, inheriting billions, not having to work for it. But he noticed a problem in his city. And he said, this only gets fixed with me because I'm designed for this. I have the resources for it. And because some people don't like him, some people don't even appreciate for what he does. They was always trying to arrest him. He still showed up and did his job, fulfilled his obligation, faced problems. He didn't have to go out there and fight bad guys and try to take care of the corrupt police or try to fight and dig himself out of that hole to go out there and defeat Bane. He didn't have to do none of that stuff. He could have just stayed in the house. He already got billions. What he needs to go out there and fight for? For what? And he's a superhero. And that superhero, that's what everybody lines up in the box office to see. People still watching that movie, still replaying it over and over and over. Why? Because that's what society wants. That's what they idolize. As a man, bro, we look up to superheroes because they are the elite of the elite. They do not fall in love with the riches. They do not fall in love with the materialistic things. They fall in love with their passion and their purpose and what they was put on this earth for. And understanding that it's never going to be an easy route. And understand that they're going to go through turmoil and that they are going to suffer. But they got a higher responsibility because why? Because they're wired for it. You are wired to handle problems. You are wired to handle stress. You think Batman was, oh, Bane took over the city, I'm going to just sit in this hole and cry. No, bro. He sat there and he suffered and he worked himself out that situation. So what? So he can solve the problem. Society looks at it as a man, as a problem solver. If you are a man that's always constantly pointing out the problems, but never bringing the solution, how valuable do you look to your girlfriend? How valuable do you look to the workplace? How valuable do you look amongst your friends? If you always the one pointing out the negative situations or saying, oh, it can't be done, or no, I'm feeling this way, how do you think you're valued? Your value comes with what you do with the resources you have. Right here, this is what I'm talking about. The resources you have, your mind, your willingness to whenever the odds start looking dark and they start looking bleak and it looks like that it's over, for you to still be able to lead a charge, to go through the suffering. Batman got beat by Bane, got towed up, broke his back and everything, and then he put him in a pit and said, here, you gonna stay right here. You're not gonna escape. You're gonna stay here to die. And Bruce Wayne, that was the theme. He wanted to die. He was old, he was battered. He was willing to just go out there and say, hey man, I'm just going out here to just give it my best, and if I die, I die. But something within him said, bro, there's more to me than that. There's always going to be problems, gentlemen. There's always going to be suffering. And if you're always looking away to go around it instead of going through it, you're not going to be getting stronger. You're not going to be ready for the bigger problems that you have later on in life. The bigger problems that's going to be expected from you to solve because of your age and because of the wisdom that you should have obtained while going through the earlier problems. Don't avoid it. Go through it. That's what you was built for. That's what you put on this earth for. We are put on this earth to be leaders, bro. And understand that I don't care if we going through a feminist movement right now where we trying to kill or trying to get rid of masculine men. But trust me, bro, when the problems start rising back up, you're gonna be called again, and you'll realize that you're the most valuable asset the earth has, bro. That's how God made us, man. That just is what it is. Accept it for its normalcy. Understand that there's no life without it. You got problems in your life? Good. That means you a man. You got big problems in your life? You going through a lot of stress? Good. Suffer. Feel that pain. Because it's only going to make you better. It's going to beat you down just so it can build you right back up. Just so you can build yourself back up. Sometimes life going to put you on your butt just for you to get stronger and stand right back up. So, Guap, that's a good question, man. If y'all got a question, send me an Instagram DM at gi.josh. Hey, man, and that's all I got for y'all boys. Make sure y'all like and share. I'ma holla at y'all.